We're continuing to highlight some of the best places to hike here in the inland Northwest.
Yep, we are. And today Nicole is showing us where you can find some hidden caves right here in our area. Hey, Nicole.
Well, good morning. That's right. Hiking is great, but when you can explore caves as well, it really doesn't get much more exciting than that. There's something so mysterious about getting to explore a cave. So let's start with Gardner Cave. Gardner Cave is located 11 miles north of Medellin, Washington at Crawford State National Park in Pend Oreille County. A little history about it. It was actually named after a bootlegger named Ed Gardner, who discovered the cave in 1899 when his horse stumbled into the sinkhole that now marks the entrance to the cave. You have to descend 90 feet down, 210 steps into this cave, and you get a guided tour of the cave, which is the third longest limestone cave in Washington. There are also some incredibly cool formations that have formed over the years from the water and calcium-rich limestone. Tours begin this month in May and they go through mid-September, but you're going to want to wear a jacket because even when it's hot, the cave stays between 41 and 43 degrees. Also, Lenoir Caves. This is in Grand Coulee, Washington. This is a great site to see. With 12,000 years of history, you can literally spend the entire day. There is so much to discover here. The caves themselves are pretty shallow, and early natives actually used to use these as shelters. Today, Native Americans still consider this land sacred. And there are two trails I want to mention. The one to the north seems welcoming at first, but it actually becomes a little dangerous. So if you're not experienced, stick with the trail that heads south. There is no better place to relax also than to enjoy lunch and just sit in the shade here and tell stories. And then finally, I want to show you the Running Eagle Falls and Glacier National Park in Montana. It is a little bit of a drive, but if you've not been to Glacier, this is definitely worth it. And while these aren't caves you can explore inside, there's actually a waterfall that leaps out of a cave here. This one is actually one of two falls. When it's high water, there's a waterfall on top that leaps over the waterfall that comes out of the cave, and for that reason this location is also called Trick Falls. So those are some places to explore in our area where you can go and check out some pretty cool caves.
Yeah, those are some cool hikes. I think we forget that we live amongst so many beautiful